Got you right now. Hi everyone, how are you? Oh wait, you know what? I forgot something. I forgot something. So actually give me a few minutes. Hi Claudia, how are you? Alright, let's see. Let me update this. Oh wait, Yami, you're here. So go ahead and post. I know you sent yesterday. So you can go ahead and post. Ashley, I'll come back to you. Let me take my AirPods off. Okay, and what else did you donate for? Because I want to make sure I have everything that I need for you. Because I'm not in this. Okay, gotcha. I got that right here. So let's see. Um, Give me a second. I actually want to use a different deck for that question. So let's see. Ashley, yeah, I'm gonna get a promotion from her job. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a promotion from her job. Alright, you have the Two of Swords. Can you hear me clearly? I think I moved it wrong. I'm on my iPad and I put it far away from me. So hopefully now you can hear me. Alright. Will Yami get a promotion from her job? The Two of Swords. What does that mean? What's a bit so? Can you guys hear me or not? Alright, you have the Two of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords. I feel like you will. I feel like you will. I'm just seeing. Are you expecting this promotion soon? Because I feel like it's more about a waiting game. Or let me. I want to clarify something. Hold on. Give me more. The Strength card. Yeah, you know what I'm getting? I feel like you will, but I feel like um I feel like it's it looks like the offer, like the financial part is not going to be a big difference from maybe like what you're making now. Show me this Two of Swords. I'm feeling like you're if they're okay, so I am seeing an offer coming your way, right? I have the Two of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So there will be something that comes through for you. But what I'm getting is the financial part. The financial part for me seems like it's gonna be breadcrumbs. I have the Six of Pentacles, the Strength, and the Five of Pentacles. Um, show me the Two of Swords. Show me the Two of Swords. The Star, yeah. So I feel like for me, the Two of Swords is like maybe not right now, but eventually you will. You will receive some type of promotion. But what I'm getting is can you clarify the spirit? Is that what I'm getting? Is what I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles here? The Seven of Cups, the Six of Wands. Clarify this Five of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. So I feel like when the time comes, because it is going to come, you're going to have to, for me, it feels like negotiate your price. Like negotiate the amount that they're trying to give you, because it does feel like it's going to be um not enough, because I'm seeing like the Six of Pentacles here. It almost feels like, okay, this feels good, but then eventually you start to see like this is way too much work for what they're paying me. However, I feel like, so what I'm getting from here is like, don't rush and say yes when you do receive this promotion, because I do see it coming. It's just more so, don't rush and say yes. Make sure that what you're receiving, like with the pay, like what you're gonna get paid, is worth the amount of work. Um, and then kind of like, negotiate it from there. Just make sure that you're not like, that you don't go low. Like what I mean is that you don't go ahead and take a position like a higher position just because it's a higher position, and then now you're stuck with a job that you're doing a lot more, but getting, not really seeing much of a difference in your paycheck. I feel like if you negotiate, you're gonna get what you're wanting, because I literally have, so I have the Seven of Cups. This is more about thinking, taking your time, because there could be some cloud of judgment, and then the Six of Wands is your victory, right? With the Two of Cups, like them working with you. So that's what I'm getting here. I do see a promotion. I do see you getting your wish fulfillment, but it's more so like just be mindful, because I feel like too, and maybe this is just like coming through because it's like common for that to happen, that they'll offer you a promotion. Yeah, like the Knight of Pentacles is slow. Like your money, like I just feel like, yeah, there's gonna be stress when it comes to the money and the amount of work. Um, Sometimes when companies hire, and maybe that's just a limiting belief, right? But it's literally experienced from many people, that when a company hires internally, they don't pay them as much as they will pay someone outside, from the outside. So just make sure you don't low budget yourself. Um, I also feel like if you think about, oh wait, let me see. So I want to see. I need to clarify something. The strength card. Yeah, you see the Nine of Wands. See, like holding back before you say yes, unless you feel 100% like I want to take this, right? But just make sure that you have enough information to go off of before you like just jump in, because I feel like they could low budget you, or low ball you, not low budget you. Um, oh my god, yeah, I'm just wondering if I will, because if not, thinking of leaving. From stories I heard, the financial isn't high on. Yeah, you see, that's what I feel. Let me tell you, the last time I worked at a law firm, and that was coming up, like it just feels more so like the money. Will you get a promotion? I'm getting yes, but I feel like the money is was not gonna be worth. I was working at a law firm, and I took an assistant position in the department that I worked at, even though I had more background than everybody back there, even the director, even some of the lawyers, because I had already been doing that type of law. I was a paralegal for that type of law for like 10 years. And some of those attorneys, they had just got their license like 5 years before, and one was only like 3 years. And lawyers, I don't know if you guys know this, but lawyers just kind of fall into place wherever they like work at. Some of them will like have a specific law they want to practice, but most of them don't. They just fall into place because lawyers starting off, they don't make that much money. Um, they usually start as associates. But anyways, I'm saying that to say, when a higher position was available, first of all, the people in that department, they used to talk about how much money they made. So I knew for a fact I was making like 25,000 more than them. And I'm like, even the director, right? Don't know why they would do this, but they would do it, right? And when that position was offered, like the higher position, um, I the director was like, you know all this shit from top to bottom. Like, why don't you go for it? Like, you get your own office, like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to. And he was like, you must be making more than what they're offering. And I was like, I just don't want to do that job. But yeah, like because I knew it was, first of all, it was a lot more work. But I knew that the most they would give me is like 2 or 3K yearly, more than what I was making. It's not worth all the amount of work, even having my fucking own office. I had my own space. Like, I'm like, no. It ain't like you give me my own fucking car. So yeah, just that's kind of stuff you just have to be mindful that just check and see what the work is, because if it's more than what you're like, if it's the workload is much more, then make sure that the money, like whatever they offer, make sure that it's worth it. Because sometimes when you spread that money across, like it's only like $20 in your paycheck, and now you're doing a lot more work. So yeah, I feel like that's what like spirit was neat, because that's what I kept seeing. Like it would just feels like breadcrumbs on the money. However, I did see if you negotiate with them, like they'll be open to it, and I feel like you'll get what you want. It's usually when people don't speak up, basically. All right, let's see your messages. What's coming towards Yami? Hey, Jess, how are you? Just today, one of those things happened again where I thought about a specific topic and it was posted. I was dying. It was honestly, I just looked and I was like, okay, like, nice. All right, so Yami, you have making many more healthy decisions in every aspect of your life. All right, let's see. A glow up that turns heads. Your prayers are being answered. A new baby. The new baby could also be a new beginning, a new project, a new start. You have energy boost. Telling me this because I'm not the type to speak that to. Oh, you're not. Yeah, because they kept emphasizing on that. Because I feel like if you negotiate, they will accept it. Recognition for your talents. Unexpected message from an ex leaves you surprised. A passionate connection sparking. A creative project taken off. Clarity around your path. You're being invited on a brunch date by a romantic interest, and you going on a holiday slash vacation with someone special. And at the bottom, you have gifts and surprises arriving. So that is what I have for you, Yami. I worked out. I had like a really long workout today. I'm like, I was gonna double up, and I said, "There's no fucking way." Yeah, absolutely. How old are you, Yami? You're welcome. All right, Ashley, let me know if you're here. I'm gonna sleep so good today. I washed my hair and I blow dried it. You're 29. Yeah, you're almost there. Once you hit like your 30s, you just don't give a fuck. And my friend told me once I hit my 40s, and I'm like, I'm almost there. Like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I let me tell you something. You know what? In my 30s, for sure. Like, I cannot believe. Like, let me tell you the not the last law firm, the one before that. One time, our director, she hit me up and she's like, "Look, we had got a new a manager, and this bitch didn't know where. We got her like literally on the same day. She started the same day that the shutdown happened, right during COVID. This is 2020. For all those months, she did not do her job. Like they used to take like in a law firm, like people are calling on the weekends. That was her job, right? She would not do the intake. She would just take their phone numbers, and then on Monday, she would have us calling them. And it's like, no, bitch, you're supposed to be you getting paid over 100,000 to be fucking doing that over the weekend. Like, fuck, I look like doing your job. And I was sending it back to her. I'm like, no, like, you took that call over the weekend. You need to do the intake, right? Because I'm like, I was not gonna be one of those. And I remember my director hit us up one day because that lady wasn't doing any work. Like, she wasn't doing any work, right? And 2 weeks before that, I had cursed her ass out because I was working from home. I'm sorry, y'all, I gotta tell this story. I was working from home, and I'm very respectful. But she's like talking loud to my friends. Mind you, I have been working with these people for like 4 years. Or even long, yeah, like 4 years. So she's talking to like my guy, like on the team that we were like, we still are. I went to his wedding. So she was talking shit about me to him, right? Like, she was like, oh, she's probably at home doing hair and stuff, all this shit, right? And he told me that, and he's like, yo, she was being loud. Like, any of the partners could walk by and they could hear her. I called her ass up and I said, let me tell your ass something. I said, you don't do any type of fucking work. All you do is sit there and be talking. You be drunk as shit at your desk and you be popping fucking Xanax. and all this stuff. And I went in on her ass and I said, pull up my motherfucking. I was talking to her just like that. I didn't give a fuck. I had no respect for her. I'm like, first of all, you don't know me too. I bust my ass from home. I said, pull up, and we could see how many like intakes and like referrals we were doing. I had the highest numbers, um, like that week, right? Because this like on a Thursday. I had the highest number from everybody on the team. I'm the only one working from home. And I told her ass, I said, pull up the fucking intake sheet right now. And I said, how many intakes did you do this week? 2, while I did 40. So who's not doing their fucking job? And I said, and even if I was doing here at home, is my job done? So that bitch, I didn't like her. And I don't even talk to people like that, not especially not on a professional level. Let me tell you something. As soon as my supervisor, I mean our director called us, she called me first. For whatever reason, she called me first. Mind you, I was quiet as shit, but they knew I was. She called me. What she said? She just said I'm quiet and bold. And I told her, I said she doesn't do any work, like nothing. And she's like, no. She said we've been noticing stuff about her. And like I told her everything. I told her everything she was doing, like that she literally was not doing. I I basically snitched on her ass. Let me tell you. Then she called Alex, my guy, right? And she he was he also told her, right? So at the end of the day, my director calls me. She's like, I spoke to the team, and she said, I just want to get back to you. She said, I'm laughing because she told me she was laughing because two of them, which was, I think Angie was one of them, and then Anne Marie, she's like, they were kind of like hesitant at first, and then I was like, look, Eliana already told me everything, and Alex confirmed. So just spill it. And basically, they told her wish that she wasn't doing her job, and she got fired. So yeah, I am really quiet, but so she, from that point, she was like, no, you're quiet, but you're bold, because like, yeah, if I have to say something, like, I'm gonna say it. Because another thing too with like HR, there was like all these like, oh, you could work from home, or no, you guys got to bring your laptops in. And it was just like iffy. And I'm like, you're in one email, you're telling us we could work from home, the next email says a completely different story. Like, make it make sense. So I'm saying that to say, as you get older, because the 20 something year old me will have never dared do anything like that. I would have just chalked it. Now, hell no. Nah. And I've done it to a few people on this YouTube. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna block your ass. So yeah, yeah. I'm like, hell no. Nah. So people know. Like, I tell people, my friends too. Like, if you want me to listen, I'm gonna listen. The first time I'm gonna listen. The second time I'm gonna give you my, advice, and the third time I'm gonna tell you, like, do what the fuck you want, because I'm not gonna keep having these conversations. So yeah, as you get older, you become more bold. All right, so let's see, Ashley. What is coming towards Ashley? Hi, IJ. How are you? I couldn't believe, yo. She, you know what? You know what's one thing about me? I'm, I'm a very honest person. So for you to be saying, but my thing is this: is my work done? If my work wasn't done, that's one thing. But if my work is done, you shouldn't give a fuck if I was over here smoking weed all day at home. If I was napping, is my work done? Then that's all that matters. I don't like when people say unnecessary shit about me. I'm gonna address you right in your face. Then Alex gonna say, he's like, I wish I was a fly on that on your wall. He said he could hear me like cursor, like he could hear my voice, but but he couldn't hear exactly what I was saying. All right, let's see. What's coming to us, Ashley? Oh my God, why are the cards so quiet for you? What's coming? What's coming to us, Ashley? No, nothing. Okay, we got something. All right, we got family reunion. You get that card a lot. New career opportunities, a new job offer, a glow up that turns heads. Let's see. Gifts and surprises arriving. choices in love. Success after struggle. I don't know why I hesitated saying that card because I felt confused reading that, but I don't know why. But success after struggle, okay, and that's coming out in choices in love. The blast from the past that came out reversed, but I don't read these reversal in reverse. A true soul connection, a business or money call, a family member reaching out, financial security, and energy boost. And at the bottom, compliments about your looks and energy. So that is what I have for you, Ashley. And thank you so much. All right. So next is Claudia. Claudia, you can post. Yeah, and you know what? I've worked with a lot of people that love to mind other people's business. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't give a fuck. You could be smoking crack at your desk. I will not give a fuck. Like I don't care what other people do. That's just always been me though. Like I don't care what the fuck you doing. It ain't my business. I don't write your checks, so I don't care. As long as it's not intervening with my work, and usually the work that I didn't need someone to complete their job in order for me to complete my job. Um, so listen, you could be at your desk eating ass, dead ass, and I will not give a fuck. I wouldn't. All right, let's see. What does HB sees as Claudia's strengths? No, I don't want to use this. This is my money deck. Hold on. This is my mini readings. So yeah, just earlier I had like a moment like yours where I was like real nonchalant about it, and then it wasn't until later on I was like, oh shit, I did mention that. Like, listen, I even if you offer me the spoon, I don't care. I'm gonna say no. I don't care. I just don't care. Like I used to never be the type to give a fuck. Like there's always some snitches at work, like worried about what the next person is doing. Why? If it's not affecting your job, like the way you get your job done, why do you care? Most of the time, I'm gonna say like a in my like from my experience, I've never seen anyone get anything extra for snitching. Never. All right, let's see. What does he see as her strengths? All right, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands. Um, let's see. The Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands. You know what I get? I get not enough information. So I feel like, let me get more. Hold on, I want to see something. I feel like, all right, so in this first word, what I'm getting is that I feel like, let's just say someone were to ask him, Like, let's just say someone wanted to was like, what are Claudia's strengths? Like, in your own words, what are they? It would He would have to think, and what I'm getting is like thinking really hard. He wouldn't really know how to answer the question. Um, Show me more. I just heard confidence, so I feel like there's something with your confidence that's something that would definitely like stand out to him as far as like strengths go. See the Seven of Wands. I feel like he will. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. I feel like, hmm. All right. So, hmm. Yeah, I feel like he will have a hard time answering this because I'm not getting a clear like response. I got confidence. I do feel like um I get protectiveness, like maybe like you're very protective, you're very reserved. Maybe not someone that you're someone that doesn't really share too much. Is private. With the Four of Swords, I mean the Four of Pentacles. I feel like, let's just say this for me is coming in as like a work thing. Let's just say someone were to ask him, um, like, do you feel like she'll be, you know, she'll be good in this position, for like long term wise. I feel like he would say yes. I feel like he'll say yeah. That'll be a solid investment. Um, that'll be a solid investment that brings long term security. The Emperor is here. Okay. I feel like he does also view you as someone that like there's respect here, so like respectful, someone who has boundaries, someone who is stable, and someone who's very much in control of their emotions. I also feel like he shows like he's saying like you're very disciplined. The Page of Cups is here. I feel like yeah, I'm still getting like a little bit of head in the clouds. So I feel like it would depend on what the question is. So if it's work related, I feel like he could probably answer that more than like personal strengths, if that makes sense. I get yeah, like I feel like he doesn't really know like I don't feel like he has enough information about you to say to just outright answer a question about your strengths is what I get from him. Because I get a lot of like uncertainty, thinking, processing, not having a straightforward answer. One was definitely one was definitely confident, and again he sees you as like I said, if let's just say someone asks him about like a position, like for you to get a higher position, like he'll be like, yeah, that'll be a good investment. Long term wise. But I also, like I said, I feel like he's seen as someone that's very stable, very much in control of her emotions, um, very respectful, like you have self respect, very disciplined, very focused. Um, I also feel like maybe he feels you're also a bit sensitive. So like let's just say I feel like this is like one of those things that like let's just say all right, so like in the past that what how it feels like it's coming through like in the past he may have felt like oh my gosh she's overly emotional and so sensitive, but like sensitive like you can't even say anything to her because she just takes it all wrong. But now that's not how he sees you. It's more so like she's sensitive, she's loving, she's caring, um she's emotionally balanced is what I get here. um the Four Cups is here, which is what I was saying, like there's a lot of contemplation, but I also feel like he has a very I feel like he can tend to be a bit indifferent about you. So it's almost like I said, I feel like it's more mostly on the context of things. Um, but it's not something that like he sits there and thinks about. So this is why I definitely feel like also too why work related. The death card. I'm just in tune with my yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, the death card with the two of pentacles. See, there's a up and down here. It's to me, I feel like yeah, he needs to act like to know your strengths, if that makes sense. Like he needs to know more about. He doesn't have that well. Is how he an outright or in order to have an outright opinion. Anything else I also feel like he wait, let me clarify this. I feel like with the world card showing up in reverse, clarifying the ace of cups. Give me one more. And the ten of wands with the hermit. Yeah, I'm getting like so what I'm getting with this is more so like closed off energy. So I feel like with the hermit is like again that's like a card of withdrawing. So I feel like um how do I say this? It's almost like you're in like mid reading, like it just is again not something he really thinks about. So I feel like if someone were to ask the little bit of information he has, but it's not something that maybe I guess he thinks about or that he what I'm getting. Um, he could also be like in this. This could be him too, like being in hermit mode, so not really like having much to say. Even like through the reading, like he may not have much to say. When it comes to like your strengths or like certain things about you, I just feel like there's not enough information to go off of. Is what I get from him. So like even to like let's just say a guy that likes you at work were to be like, oh, I know you used to like hang out with her or something. Like, you know, what are her strengths? Like what can you tell me about her? He'll probably be like, I mean like I don't even know how to answer that. That's what I feel. How it's coming through. Yeah, that's what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. I just heard hardworking too. So yeah. You said because I guess yeah, no, I one thing I learned I mean even me, like I don't think I don't know if this like if anybody else here is like that too. Like I don't really focus on trying to read people. Like I don't really care to try to read anyone or their energy. Like I mean getting a reading and seeing how, energy on someone and usually I don't get readings on people unless I'm connected to them. But I'm just saying like I feel like I don't really try to because what happens is a lot of times when you try to figure someone out you just come up with assumptions anyways. So I tend to be like really like mindful of that and I feel like a lot of men are like men do certain a lot of things that we do, but I feel like when it comes to like trying to figure people out men are more like straightforward, and like I'm gonna get to know this person. Um, or I feel, I don't know. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong. IJ, you're here, if you're here. But I feel like men are more. Um, there's more intrigue. I feel like when there's like romance, like romantic feelings, romantic interest. Um, yeah. So that's what I feel. So I feel like he just doesn't have enough. I was wondering what he thought about work strengths. But I guess he didn't think about that so much. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Like I don't know if it's like because you guys are not like in communication or don't have a romantic connection that to like I don't know if that's why his energy comes up like very indifferent. Like I don't it'll be hard for, like I said, if someone were to ask him right now, it'll be really hard for him to answer that. He does not have enough information. And I feel like that's exactly what he would say. Like, this is all I know about her, but I don't really have much to go off of. Like, I wouldn't be able to help you there. You wouldn't be able to answer that. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like he knows a little bit of, like a little from what he knows, basically. And so that is what I have for you, Claudia. Thank you so much. See these as my strength. Yeah. Okay, good. That's a hard question to me too, though. I feel like if someone were to ask me right now, like, what are your strengths? That's something I would have to like think about. It's not. I don't know if it's like a layered question for me. Like it's a layered answer response because I feel like it depends on the situation. Right? You guys feel that way? Like, what if someone was like even like I mean, it's one thing in an interview at work, right? You know what you're like. I feel like as a employee or like as especially if you're going for a position that you've already done before or similar, then you kind of know. But I let me tell you something. Right away, I was used to tell like in interviews, I do not like to train people. So that is that I don't. Yeah, that is not one of my strengths. Do not give me anything where I will have to train someone. Right? I had to think about that. I'm like, what are my strengths? Should ask y'all. We should do that to our friends. Like text them and be like, what is one strength that you see? Like what is one thing? If someone were to ask right now, what are her strengths? What would it be? Like what would your response be? I wonder if they would know how to answer that. Oh my God, Jess. You know what? I hate getting to know people. And Jess, you could post like not hate, but like when you start like getting to know someone new and like they ask stupid shit like that. Like, well, so tell me about you. Like, no, like, what do you want to know? That's what I like about this guy. Like, my boom, because he will ask very specific questions, and some of them I used to be like, okay, let me think. I gotta think. But I like to me that's lazy. Being like, so tell me about yourself. Um, it's not that serious, girl. It's not. Wait, let me see. Also, things change so much, but things like confidence are quite consistent. Yeah, exactly. Like those things are like, and you know what's crazy? Because to me, I feel like even that sometimes can be just surface level. Because someone could look confident on the outside, but then on the inside they're like the opposite. Um, I'm so chatty today. I feel like I have a friend. Makes like he works for the government. He's the only person like in the whole like East Coast that knows how to read these like aircraft X-rays. He makes so much money. he has like a mini mansion. The man, like, he don't smoke, he don't drink. He's like 100% one. Well, I should say 1,000% wonderful father. He only has one daughter, and his daughter spends more time with him than the mom. But you know, on paper, amazing, and like we're cool. And one thing he tells me, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not the most confident person." I'm like, "Huh?" I would have never fucking known that. Like, ever. Never. That never crossed my mind. That I was like, wait. I said, stop playing. And then he's like telling me certain things, and I was like, oh shit. I would have never thought that. Never. So yeah. Alright, so let's see. How does Brianna view me? We used to go to school together. Okay. Yo, just talking about the Etsy, right? Well, I was just thinking about how like you were having that, not an issue, but you know the whole how we talk about Etsy, right, with people. The other day, or yesterday, I did um an order for someone, and she got like messages from her person, right? So, she got messages from her person. I sent them to her, you know, right away because I was already working on the Etsy shop. And what the fuck happened? So then she sends me a message. She said, "Can I ask you a question?" So I'm thinking she wanted to clarify one of the messages. So I'm like, you know, I don't mind. She asked me a complete. So I told her yes. She asked me a completely different fucking question. It was like, um, she said, "Can you check and see if he's gonna reach out to me?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And move out, girl. I was like, that is like that. That's not even pertaining to your order, sis. Like there is, and I sent her a listing. For real, like I thought she was gonna clarify, and usually I don't. You know, to me, like the messages are just straightforward, right? I mean, if I get like anything outside of that, you know, I always say it. But I'm like, huh? I wonder if it's the same person now. How is Brianna view, Jess? Okay, you got the. You got the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Six of Swords. Have you guys ever been in contact? Okay, the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands reverse. Because I feel like, all right. So how she views you? Very confident, very beautiful, self-assured, um, very charismatic is what I get here, and also very independent. And part of a little. Okay. Um, with the King of Wands, I feel like she's like acknowledging you guys have maybe more in common than maybe you guys ever said. Um, she also views you as someone that's like um, in their power. I keep hearing charm. So I don't know if for me, this could come off as like just your beauty. Um, she feels like you're a natural born leader, though, for sure. Why I was asking if you guys have ever been in contact, because I had the Six of Swords with the Page of Wands, and I like obviously to me this feels like um it's almost like there was a transitional period, and like she may have left like the friend circle in general behind. So maybe I don't know why I'm getting like she's at a distance. Maybe she's also moved from where like you last knew she was at, or like I don't know if this is someone from like school or work, but it looks like almost like she moved. And this feels like out of state. She did actually. What you mean? Move? She actually did get closer to other friends. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, that makes sense, Jess. So I feel like this could be like, yeah, where she's at a distance, because I'm seeing someone that moved and kind of almost like left this um left from like I thought that's what you meant though. You said she actually did actually, because you know the message coming later. So I'm like, wait, you know she moved, but it looks like, yeah, either she just kind of moved on from um the friend circle, or she just moved, like literally moved at a distance, because I do get distance here. um I'm getting someone that's distracted. She's not a very reliable person, I think, is what I'm getting here. Like someone that comes and goes easily, even maybe like in her friend circles, like she may like talk to people some days and like don't doesn't talk to them the next day. um Show me more, spirit. Girl, the three of cups coming out sideways. I don't take sideways. The nine of wands. I feel like she also sees you as someone that's guarded. Um, Someone that holds, like, is reserved, holds back. Um, the eight of swords. The eight of swords with the sun. What is that? Um, well, I'm not liking her energy. What is that? Why is the justice reversed? Why is the justice reversed there? Girl, I don't, for whatever reason, I'm getting like jealousy here. Show me, was this back then? Can I try that? Yeah, I don't like her energy. Her energy comes off as a bit ruthless. Like to me, what I get, like I feel like um there is a bit of jealousy coming from her to you, and it has to do. I don't. Was there someone specifically in this friend like group that you were closer to? If there was, I feel like she wanted to be close to that person. I don't know. It just feels weird to me. That's how it's coming. Her mess is not coming in very clear. There's confusion here. Like her energy is really like off-putting to one of them. Oh my god, yeah, that fucking makes sense. That fucking makes sense. Let me tell you something. This girl does not have a lot of friends, I feel, or her friends come and go, because I'm seeing her. She has a very unwelcoming energy. Um, she's very stuck in like old patterns. Um, she tends to be like controlling in her friend circles. So I feel like, yeah, she it's like everything, you have all these qualities, and she doesn't. That's how she sees it. And it's like, why does she have them and I don't? So that friend that you were close to, I feel like she was jealous that you were close to her. I don't know why the fuck this made me think of damn, I think that it was a Lifetime movie called Death of a Cheerleader. Um, oh, she did. Yeah, there you go. Um, that's that jealousy shit. When people start acting weird like that, Death of a Cheerleader, I believe it was, like the popular girl. This is a real true story. It may be a different name to the movie, but I feel like they've had like one or two remakes where she became jealous of like the cheerleading girl, like the girl that was like is it the captain of the cheerleading squad, and she ends up killing her. Like she set her up and killed her, and it was so crazy because this was like the one of those like good girls, quiet girls, but she just never had the attention that this one girl had. So she, like, if you look at the story, it's like it's crazy. It's a real true story, and it happened like, if I'm not mistaken, like in the 80s, could have been even in the 70s, and by now, like, she's out of jail. She did her time. She served her time, and but she changed her name and stuff. Like, it's just weird. I don't know why it made me think of that. Like, that bitch crazy. She started to get like crazy and like weird. It wasn't draining, but it was because I would have disconnected. But it was just like weird energy from her. I would sleep over at the close friend's house even if it wasn't with the. Oh yeah, so that's what it was. She wanted to have that. Mm. Yo, that's crazy. I feel like she moved on to like another friend group, and like I think she goes from group to group trying to fit in. Like she hasn't found her what do you call it, her team, her support group. It was just me and Bree. Yeah, yeah. She's yeah. That makes sense to me. And why I was getting, because I was like, why is her energy weird? Like it's just like I don't know how to explain it. People are crazy. That's what happened. I hope that was helpful. Not me over here talking about some, yeah. It's making me think of Death of a Cheerleader. By the way, just have a good night. Don't have any nightmare. Don't have any nightmares if she calls you. I mean, if she don't have any nightmares of her trying to kill you. I mean, I definitely didn't get that. All right, Jess. Okay, IJ, you can post. Hold on, let me. No, IJ, stop saying that. I was just telling Jess, like, I'm like, I have been like real mindful of what I'm saying, because the more you confirm something, the more you're gonna experience that. So if you're still seeing that happening, it's because you're literally claiming that. Um, and it's not even change in thoughts. Change. your awareness. There's what I be saying about like the awareness. Like the more you keep your awareness on something, the more you're gonna experience that. And that's why that's even me. It's happened to me where I will get stuck in this for long periods of time because we keep claiming something. So I would just stop saying that she's doing that so she can get out of doing that. Remember, you're not changing her. You're choosing this version of her. So it's like you're choosing that this version of her that she's, as you say, strategically liking stuff, and you're gonna keep experiencing that version of her. Cause she's been doing that for quite some time now. All right, let's see. And it's not even like that. That for me is changing the story. Not even like awareness alone. I mean, yeah, you're paying too much attention to that one, so your awareness is there. So you keep noticing this, but I feel like even also just don't give it a meaning. Um, like you could change the meaning to it because that way it be like those little things that you'd be surprised that are holding you back because I mean, if she's your wife, then she can like everything, or she may not like anything at all. You know. All right, let's see. Let's see. Why is she doing this? So we're alerting our mutual acquaintances about having. All right, let's see. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I have the three of wands, so she is being very observant. To me, the three of wands is like being patient, trying not to. She's with the three of swords. Show me more. Let me see. The Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. Um. All right, so I'm getting two different things here. She's definitely watching you because I have the three of wands, so she is definitely being very mindful and like of what she's doing, right? And with the three of swords being here, there's clouds up top. You have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. So I feel like also too, it's like she's in this place where she's not ready to fully put herself out there. I don't really feel necessarily that it's about other people. It's more about where she's at in her emotional state. Um, because I feel like she don't give a fuck about what other people think or say. Like she don't give a fuck if they know or not. But it's more about how she feels. Like I feel like because she's still in this place of like I'm just not ready to go all in. Um, I'm still observing. I'm still trying to catch a vibe is what I'm getting here. The Five of Pentacles. Show me the Four of Cups with the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is her just wanting to like. I feel like the Six of Pentacles being here to me is it's not breadcrumbing, because I'm not saying like she's purposely being like, oh, let me just give him a little like here and there, so he knows I'm still interested. It's not like that. It's more so like her just not, her just doing things like, I want to say like, what is the word I'm looking for? Um, Patiently being, just giving a little bit here and there. I mean, obviously it is. It's so okay. This is how it's coming through. Like, not giving in the sense of like I want him to notice me, or like I'm just trying to show him that I'm interested. It's more so I like these posts, but I'm also not gonna like every single thing because I don't want to like expose myself. Expose that like I'm super interested, because I'm still, there's still a little bit of cloudiness. The Five of Pentacles is here. Nine of Pentacles. Clarify this Five of Pentacles. With the Lovers. I feel like you both are, I don't wanna say balancing out, but I feel like you both are going to be in more alignment coming up, IJ. Because I have the Lovers clarifying the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles has two people, and they're kind of both just sad. They're kind of down. Um, the guy has a crutch. Um, and I feel, yeah, like there's like almost, I want to say, recovery that's happening here. Um, so, and this is like also you being more confident in the connection, um, and not always being, I would say, a crutch for her. Um, because I'm seeing change with the Lovers. Like it's gonna be like you both more equally yoked than you giving more and her still being quiet. Um, Show me more. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, she's just being reserved because of herself. She's still a bit guarded, IJ. I will say that she's still a bit guarded. Um, yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is her like holding back a little, but it's like I said. I don't feel like, I do feel like it's purposely in the sense where she doesn't want to give like the wrong impression, not the wrong impression, but she doesn't want to give off the wrong, like, what do you say, that idea, I guess, because she's like still trying to figure it out. And it's not even about you, it's more so figure out like where like where she stands within this connection, not you, because she knows that you're, I feel like she at least feels like you're all in. It's more so like her knowing that, yeah, like the Ace of Cups, there's gonna be, I feel like after this little bit of like, um I feel like changing your perspective is definitely gonna help, because I do see her like all this holding back that she's been doing, and like these little liking here and there, that's coming to an end. The Five of Swords. See, she gets in her head. I feel like one minute she's like, I'm all in, and then the next minute she's like, wait, I can't show too much. I don't want to show too much. Yeah, the Five of Cups. She gets way too in her head. And this is like a back and forth for her. Doing things in moderation. There you go. Yeah, like the High Priestess. She's she's definitely purposely doing stuff, but I feel like sometimes, she likes the posts that she's like really, really interested in. So maybe not all the posts she's like interested in them. But I also feel like even if she were, like, I don't see her liking every single post. She just doesn't give off that vibe. And I feel like even if you guys were in a connection, like this may be her. But again, you can decide what version of her shows up, and if that's something that's important to you, I mean, that will still fall under the category of like you guys, you know, having the best relationship ever, because that to me always implies you're getting everything you're wanting. Um, anything else? I feel like your connection is going through like some type of healing phase. Where there's gonna be a sense of transformation, like the magician is here. So I would definitely say just be mindful of like the stories you tell about the connection, because I feel like you're kind of keeping yourself stuck in these like cycles, and they could take a long. You could keep yourself stuck there for a while. Um, the Wheel of Fortune is here, so there will be change. There will be change. I'm definitely getting that. I'm getting a lot of change here. You guys, there's still closeness here because I have the devil came out with the Ten of Pentacles. She still has that desire to be with that you are. You have all the qualities of a man, like of the man and partner that she wants. So I don't feel like you have to worry about her like not wanting to be in a connection. It's more so when for her. So that is what I have for you, IJ. I'm gonna tell you something. Like even with my person, like if you look like at his Instagram, there's only one picture of his that I've ever liked, and it wasn't purposely. I don't know. Like I never really if like I saw something, or I think there's like two. So that is for you, IJ. All right, Jess, you can post. Let me check and see if I'm going to. My bad. Sorry, let me just post this real quick, Jess. Let me just post this real quick. No, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, I meant to post this earlier to my hair clients. So what I need to do now. Alright, I'm gonna do your mini just and then I'm gonna use the bathroom. Ooh. My hair's so long. Oh, no, no. Alright, just my bad. Alright, so let's see. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Let's see. How does forgot her name already. How does Meadow? I always love that name. Alright, the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. The Five of Pentacles. Um, she's acknowledging the ending here. I guess you guys don't speak. I'm not sure, but she is acknowledging it. I feel like she does All right, so I have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Like, I don't know what happened here, but it almost feels like did things not end well? Is what I'm getting. Like, did things just not end well? Because I get like, show me more. I want to see. The Page of Cups reverse. The Two of Wands. The Emperor. Let me get the other deck. I want to clarify. Clarify this Ten of Swords. The Emperor again. Clarifying the Ten of Swords. Girl with the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you like moving. It caused a disconnect here. I even like her like you changed. So maybe in her eyes, like she just felt like yeah, like once you moved, like you changed, like the connection, or maybe not even you personally, but like the connection itself did. But the Two of Wands, see, I'm getting repeated cards. Like the Two of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. Um, for whatever reason, I'm getting that she misses the connection. She feels left out, or she could have felt that way. And I do feel like at times she thinks, should I hit her up? Should I not? Like, I don't know what to do. Maybe she's not a person that's like, maybe she's a person that can be reserved as well. With the Six of Swords being here, again, there was the distance. I feel like the distance will cause separation here. The Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? Yeah, the Seven of Wands. Why though? Look, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels, girl, I'm getting repeated cards. Crazy because I'm clarifying other cards with like the cards that already are out here. I feel like she felt left out, like shut out, or maybe like this caused like hardship to the connection, right? Maybe she like this feels like almost like when and this is in a different context, obviously. Yeah, like the Three of Pentacles reversed. There was this harmony. Um, and I feel like because this Three of Pentacles reverse, it does talk about like lack of teamwork. So I feel like she's saying that this is saying that, like, you know what, it wasn't just like on her part. Maybe at that time she did, but I feel like now she's feeling like it wasn't just on her part. Like there was lack of effort or teamwork on my part too. Like I could have done more to keep the friendship going. Maybe she felt like once you move, like, oh, things are just not gonna be the same anyways. She was calm like me. That's part of how we clicked. My first friends when oh yeah, that means, oh wait, this kind of what happened with my friendships after I moved, but I feel cool with her. Yeah, and I feel like with her too, like, cause I see the Two of Wands is out here twice, so it tells me that there is like I feel like she thinks about the friendship a lot. I do feel like she does. Um, and again, she's acknowledging there was lack of effort on her part too. The Three of Cups is here, so I do feel like she feels like you guys could, maybe at some point you guys will reconnect, or I feel like that's what she's wanting. Overall, I do feel like when it comes to you personally, it's good feelings. Look, the 5 of Cups just came out. Yeah, I get like feeling sad, regret. I feel like she feels there's a mixture because I get like feeling abandoned, but I'm also getting regret. So I feel like it's again the acknowledgement of like we both should have put more effort into the growth. But she does acknowledge that right now you guys don't, there's a disconnect. Um, Anything else with this Emperor? The Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like she thinks about you a lot, and I do get like a sense of peace here though too. But the Four of Swords also talks about renewal. So I wouldn't even be surprised if this is like a connection that reopens in the coming year. Because I get that energy a lot, like missing you, like she thinks about you, she acknowledges like, a good friendship here. And I just feel like, the move, eventually like everybody, sometimes people just go their way. So um that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. We I'm trying to think. What do I want to do? Anyways, I'll decide when I come back. Let me use the bathroom. Be right back. Or you know what? Just you could do last call. By the time I come back, we'll just close. All right, just we could close. All right, I'm gonna get started on your channel. All right, thank you. You'll be added, and yeah, after her we can close just. If anyone who's already donated wants to send, they can. So you can put that on the in the parentheses just for anyone that has already donated or sent for a paid reading. All right, let's see. should be back now. Yeah, I don't know why it was missing. I'm almost done, Jess. Well, I'm halfway through your channel. Alright, ready for you, Jess. So he says, I know it's my fault things ended, excuse me, hold on. Things ended up like this, and it eats at me more than I ever let on. I really miss you, not in the casual way, but in that deep, constant, in my body kind of way. You have me wrapped around your fingers, and you don't even realize how much power you still have over me. I keep replaying moments with you, wishing I could just reach out, pull you in, kiss you, touch you, feel you breathing against me. I want to love on you the way I've been wanting to for too long. I want to make up for every second I've been distant. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to be in the same room again, to look at you without a fucking screen between us. Being away from you has made everything so damn clear. I want you, and I'm done pretending I don't feel this as intensely as I do. I'm coming toward you with real intention, no games, no hiding, no holding back. Just me wanting you, missing you, and ready to show up the way you deserve. And let me get your messages. And you can close out, Jess. You can close out. Um, Alright, we have. I'm so sorry for making you feel like you weren't enough. Your eyes are so beautiful. Your scent is the most amazing. I want you in my life forever. Tell me how you really feel. I'm thinking about you this very second. I'm very ashamed of my past. I feel so alive when I'm with you. Give me subtle hints that show me you are still interested. I drive by to see if you're home. We have unfinished business. The cars came out fast. Please take me back. So that is for you, Jess. And thank you so much. Right. Exactly. You're welcome. All right, Claudia, you can go ahead and post. All right, let's see. Driven by the girl. That card comes out all the time for me, right? I feel like he may have. I feel like he may have. And even if it's like, peeking at your social media, like to me that could still be considered a drive-by. But I feel like he has physically driven by your home. I do feel that. All right, let's see, Claudia. What do you want her to focus on during the main part of this year to prep for 2026? All right, the Page of Wands, the Moon, the Eight of Cups. To me, this feels like moving on from anything that's confusing. So any confusion that you have about any person, thing, you know, or situation, I feel like they're saying to walk away and close out the chapters, more so the chapter of confusion. So even if you don't want to let go of certain people or whatever, um, they're wanting to at least like let go of the uncertainty, walk away from it, like leave, literally leave the back. Um, I feel like also too like um I feel like they, for whatever reason, let me clarify this. Show me. Yeah, so with the Four Cups and the Eight of Wands, I feel like they're wanting to reevaluate this year. So like just kind of like maybe write out like where was your main focus at? Um and this could be good things or bad. So I would like how I'm seeing it is like almost like when you're weighing your pros and your cons and you're writing them out and you have like on one side your cons and the next side your pros. It almost feels like that. Like, what was your main focus? What were you focusing on this year? What was your where was your energy at? Like, what topics? Like, you know, were you procrastinating on some things? Did you focus on the things? Did you focus on things that were not, you know, I would say like valuable to you? Were you too focused on unnecessary things? So only you will know what that is. I feel like they're wanting to do that. I'm also getting, yeah, because I feel like for whatever reason, once you write it out on paper, you might see things that you're just like, oh shit, like I'm literally way too focused on unnecessary stuff when I should have been a little bit more focused on this other stuff. Um, just remember where your attention, where what is it, where whatever you focus on grows, right? So if you're constantly, there's always things that you're pouring more into than other things. And so I would say like they're wanting you to do that not in a way where you're judging yourself, but more so that you know where you're at right now and where you want to be in the coming year. Um, yeah, they're not wanting you to like be upset about it. They're just wanting you to like address it and move on from it. So like just see where you're like again, where was your energy at? The Hermit is here, so I feel like they're wanting you to be um I'm not getting like hermit mode like close off, but more so like again, maybe withdraw from like certain energies. They're wanting you to like remember that you have limitless potential here too. Um maybe like even also like I said, like write out like I don't know if you're into New Year's resolutions or like goals. I've always called them goals. I don't know why I feel like New Year's resolutions for me mainly because people will start off with them and they don't really stick to them. So I have like a negative like assumption with like when people say New Year's resolutions. So I always say goals. Maybe write out your goals right for the year. Write some small ones and some big ones. I always do small and big because I feel like the small easy ones as they're coming like or as you're, you're working on the big ones, the little ones will be coming in. Getting that for sure. Um, I also feel like they're wanting you to also just look back on like some good memories. Don't only just focus on like negative things. I also am getting like being more in your comfort, like relaxing, resting, um, focus on happy things is what I'm getting for the rest of the year. Um, this could be too being around family, the Knight of Pentacles, getting grounded. Um, Show me this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, what needs to change here? Um, so this power. The Five of Pentacles reversed. Clarify this Five of Pentacles reversed. The Hierophant. This is also to whatever spiritual wisdom you're receiving. So I think this is why they're telling you to because you and get grounded. Um, because I feel like when you're in quietness, inner spirituality wakes up. So maybe meditating is what I'm getting. Because I feel like there's some spiritual wisdom that's trying to come through, but you're needing to be in stillness. So again, it goes back to like that quietness, relaxing, resting, and just preparing for an eventful year. You have the Three of Cups with the Queen of Wands. Um, I feel like another thing is like focusing on you and like the good people around you. So like your friends, the people that love on you is what I'm getting. Um, a sense of like maybe even like spending time with them, reconnecting if you haven't. Yeah, this looks like taking action towards like um your close circle of support, like focusing on that. If there is any social events that come up, I feel like they're saying to go. Don't don't decline because you just are, maybe because you're being, I'm not trying to use lazy, but I'm just gonna say how they're saying, just because you're wanting to be lazy. Of course rest when you need to, but I feel like also reconnecting with like your loved ones. Like people that love, like I said, people that love on you, they bring you emotional stability. Um Also too, something about connecting with like your sensual side. So like I would say like like your own like self pleasure. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Anything else? Yeah, I'm getting something about being bold. I feel like if you do like like look at like reevaluate your year, it's gonna make you feel good, one, and two, it'll help you like know what you need to disconnect from. What have I been focusing on more than what I need to? Maybe there was a more of a focus on certain things where you could have shifted it to something else that was more productive for you. And I feel like once you do that, like you're kind of taking like this control of yourself, you're seeing a bigger picture. Um, and it makes you like, I'm seeing you being more bold in the coming year. Yeah, like focusing on your desires. Like reevaluate this year, again, like I was saying, I know it's repetitive, but also just remember like the past is the past and just move on from it. There's a need to like move on from the past too and just kind of focus on like what you want to focus on this year. So that is what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. And thank you. You're welcome. All right, Aqua Emmy, you can go ahead and post. All right, is this a romantic connection? And what's the status? Like, are you guys in contact? Are you guys in a relationship? That's all I need. Wait, you said what, Jess? I need some pineapple. You're dealing with him. Okay. What are your thoughts about her? What are Marcus' thoughts about her? And the Eight of Wands, Marcus' thoughts about her. The Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Pentacles. Is this a new connection? Um, hmm. Clarify this Two of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. Yeah. Not new. Okay. Um, because I'm getting multiple choices, like weighing options. Um, give me more. What are his thoughts about her specifically? So I feel like he enjoys what you guys have. Um, there is excitement here. I feel like he enjoys communicating with you. Um, but I'm also getting challenges here with the of Wands. Like I'm getting, there's challenges here. Um, show me more on this. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Eight of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. Alright, so how he views you and how he thinks of you. You are definitely showing up as someone that he would invest in for something long term, right? Which is the commitment. I feel like he thinks, or his thoughts are of you, someone who has high standards, someone who's very focused, very dedicated, and I do feel like he knows that he can have like long term success here. But I also see someone that is still weighing their options. I don't know if you know this or if you feel this, but I do get a sense of like he's not in a place to like settle down, or he's not ready. Show me more when it comes. Yeah, the Three of Cups. I get like there's options here. Like there's too many energies that are showing up where I feel like he's not. I want to say not 100% focused on you. Um, show me the Seven of Wands. So many cards. Just give me one. Show me the Seven of Wands. girl, the Three of Pentacles, and it's coming out like, I mean, it didn't go all the way sideways, but yeah, I'm getting like he's entertaining other people. So I feel like, again, like he does see the potential, like he does see the potential with you, but I'm getting like someone that's still exploring. He's having fun. So even like with you, like I feel like he's having fun. He feels a connection with you, but at the same time, it's like I I'm not I'm not looking at settling down. Show me more. The Four of Cups. With the Judgment. How old is he? Because I feel like he's being nudged to change his ways. Um, because he keeps repeating like past mistakes. I don't know if sometimes he gets antisocial when he withdraws. Um, and I'm gonna say it's not because of you. He's just in like, this is who he is, where he'll withdraw because I feel like spiritually he's being like pushed um to change his ways. Like a wake up call is coming and he keeps rejecting it. Like he's rejecting a wake up call and finding himself right back in a pattern. Um and just repeating past mistakes is what I'm getting. I want to see something. What are your next, like what are your intentions with her? I'm just doing this extra because I'm just not being nosy, but I just want to see like, all right, the Ace of Wands reversed. What are your intentions? The King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Show me more. The High Priestess reversed. Man, this guy, he is so crazy because I get like the High Priestess reverses again. This is like that energy of like he's blocking his intuition. Um there's confusion for him in general, and again, it has nothing to do with you. Because again, he sees the potential there. But I feel like, why does he feel like this? Like, what is this? The Nine of Wands. He's very like, he's showing up as a bit guarded. And I feel with the Ace of Wands reversed, there's delays here because there's lack of direction. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. He's, for whatever reason, he's very guarded. Um, this could be from like, because of a past like heartbreak or something. He's showing up as the King of Pentacles, who could be very practical about things, like not really too emotionally invested, even if he is, reliable. So that's what I'm getting. There seems to be a block in like movement here. Yeah, I feel like he needs to work on his confidence. So I hope that was helpful. I know it was not probably like the best, like what you wanted to hear, but I feel like he's ignoring it is what I'm gonna say. He's ignoring his intuition. He's ignoring like these nudges to change his ways and to basically do better. Thank you, Emmy. Hi, Emmy the Boo. How are you? That was, thank you. And I'm glad you gave me some insight on him. Yeah, I feel like he's like he's not in a good place, like internally. And he's not in a negative place either. I want to clarify that. Like, it's not like he's like he didn't show up as toxic. Like, I didn't get anything toxic. I just feel like I don't know how old he is. That's why I was asking, because I'm like, is he like in his 20s or like is he in his 30s? Because it really depends. But I feel like he's could just be a place where he's just like, I just want to have fun, even though like his spirit, his guides, or like, just the universe, whatever you guys believe in, is nudging him that, you know what, maybe it's time to settle down and stop playing games, because this is only a pattern and you keep finding yourself in the same bullshit. Like, so, and he's like ignoring every single fucking sign. That's what I get. And thank you for coming in and donating. I believe it's your first time here, so welcome to the channel. Anila, you said, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Right? It's the worst when you get a reading, you're like, bruh, I know some shit, but I can't even tell you what that shit is. He'll figure it out. He's gonna have no choice because the judgment was there, the high priestess was there. He'll figure it out. Like, those are really strong indications that he's like, it's working basically behind the scenes. I just got home tired as fuck. That's how I started to feel tired like now. I mean, I was tired. I'm like physically tired because I did like a real long workout today, and it was like I did like 30 minutes on the treadmill, but then I did the weights. When I tell you my body is sore, and I can only imagine how it's gonna be tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna be up to you. Like, I don't know how long you've been dealing with him, like I said, and like what the situation is per se. Um, but that will be up to you. Like what you're wanting, and like how long you're willing to like you know um um wait for him to like show up. This stupid thing was um I don't know. It keeps like staying stuck. All right, well, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna try to go to bed early. I am tired. Watch me get like a second wind. Bye, Jess. Have a good night, everyone. I think only Jess is in here.